There are many boulders here. It's where the ice, the glacier all over Scandinavia was probably melting for a longer period, so it dropped the boulders.
Almost everyone feels the same, I think. And some is scared for the stones. But I can promise they are quite silent and still.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Hello. Welcome. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Marianna is born on the next farm, just a kilometer away.
We were 7 children who grew up here in the nearest house. And from the very early beginning, I know that I shall live here my whole life. Here was an old house, and then we rebuilt it and worked on it.
So this is rather interesting. The boulder is built into the house.
Why would they have built it into the house?
Maybe they wanted it quite there, and or maybe they saved a little of the wood. We found on an old map that this place had been called Stensjöäng. That means stone lake meadow.
Are these your animals?
We are borrowing them to eat the grass, to keep it open.
So these are your lawnmowers?
Yes.
And how old is this area? When was it settled?
1592.
When all the other lands was filled up, then they take the worst part of this area.
Yes.
This is the worst part.
Most stones, not so much land to grow on. You came the right day, the first strawberries.
Did you plant these or are they wild?
Now they are wild. I have planted one time.
Did you plant much of this?
Yes. I am old now, so I have planted many of this.
You can see how it would have been hard for people to grow food out here, no?
Yes, it's very hard. So many go to America instead when it was very, we call it nödår. You can't grow anything and you are starving, and many go to
So people on this land probably were very hungry if they couldn't grow. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, some of them was very, because there were very many children in every family. So some of them go to America.
Now you have to be silent so you don't wake up the trolls. They live here.
And what is a troll?
Troll is creatures who live in nature. There is a lot of creatures that we cannot see. And we have only tell the stories about them, and someone has seen them.
And what's the Swedish tradition?
The famous author and painter was John Bauer, who made stones as troll.
And for fairy tale books, it's a very personal style, and often the environment was just like that piece of forest with these mossy big stones. And between them, the trolls were hiding.
So you never know if it's a stone or a troll. And when you turn your back on, perhaps the stone is gone. So there is stone troll and roots troll and earth trolls and many different kinds of trolls in the fairy tales. And trees.
The trees themselves?
Yes, entities who can walk away. I cannot see them, but I feel them and I honor them and I will protect them so the forest can be safe in some way. I don't know if Anders have seen the troll, but it is a picture from it.
It's stubbegubbe. Gubbe is an old man. Stubbe is the part you leave when you cut down a tree.
Ah, the trunk. Okay, of the trunk man.
And we had to cut that down so it couldn't fall on the house.
So this is called what?
We call it an earth house or a backstuga, because they who lived here, they have no money, but they can make a very simple house to live here and then work for the farmers.
So ground, they don't own it.
They didn't own it.
No.
They dug into the ground because it's warm.
Yes, so they will not freeze to death because it's not so cold in the ground.
So how hard would it be to dig with all this rock here?
You have to work. Hope you don't happen to put it where there are big stones.
But the window's probably new.
Yes, it's rebuilt. The original house was burned down in a forest fire.
It's a reconstruction. The fireplace is original, but the chimney is built up and the house is built up.
So there was a real tradition of underground homes here.
It's more common to have it in a slope, so the water could easily go away.
So this one might be at danger of flooding.
No, not really, but it's damp. But it's almost on the top of a hill, so it's a little drainage perhaps.
How do they? So they would look for a spot that had some drainage.
Yes, and I guess the landowner had to direct them to say, you can have it here. And this is actually on the border between two owners' lands. So that part of the cabin belongs to us, and this part belongs to Marianna's brothers' families. So he made a lot of work building it, and I have changed the roof some years ago when it had rotten and fallen.
The roof you see is logs, right? Underneath this? Are there logs?
There's in the middle and on the side, 3 logs.
Okay, support beams. And on top, moss.
Yes,
That's what grows here.
yes.
Perhaps we should sleep here tonight. Some want to do it and some don't.
Has anyone thought to?
Yes, yes, even families. And it's so quiet and it's so nice to you are. And even if you are here in the winter time, you can feel it's not so cold. So you can understand that why they dig down in the earth. It was not warm, but you will not die here.
How long ago do you think people still lived in these?
1850 and even in the early years of the 1900s. These people, they live a totally different life than we. We can't even imagine how it was to live here. And some of them have 12 children. Many of the children died. So there was a lot of sorrow, a lot of sickness, a lot of loneliness, and so.
They had 12 children. They're trying to all stay inside here.
Where did they put them?
Do you have any idea of where a bed would have gone? Or
Near the stove, I think.
They didn't try to fill this in with dirt? Or is this just...
Yes, they do it.
They did fill it?
Yeah.
I just haven't made it quite ready.
Okay. So normally it would be more insulated with dirt.
Or moss, see it here, between the logs. And then they take papers and everything they can to stop the wind and so.
Wow, it's just incredible. I mean, you'd see all the rocks here.
It's hard to move rocks like that.
So sometimes they had to dig them down. You take the earth away and put them down instead.
And roll it into the dirt.
Yeah.
The frost made this fall in a bit. We just managed to push it a little bit back.
You pushed this rock. You were able to push it.
A little, you know, with a metal rod.
As the Vikings. And in my childhood we put wood floor here and some furniture. My parents was afraid of the Russians, so perhaps the Russians can come here and bomb this place. So we think that we should go here to
This exact spot.
Yeah. So when I grow up, I was wonder which day will we go here.
Really?
Yeah.
So when they reconstructed it, they thought about maybe they could seek shelter if the Russians would come and invade Sweden.
So many people were living in backstuga.
Yes, very, very many.
It was very much an agricultural society, and when the weather was bad and the conditions were bad, you got very poor.
You have to be humble.
It's a lot of memories of the backstuga here. And there's a lot of grounds and you can see the chimneys and the stoves and so you can find it all over in the forest. So there's many. And we tried to collect them and we made a digital map So if you found your relatives you live in USA and you want to find your relatives, you can look in this area and found a digital map.
So this looks very different from the other one.
Yes, and I really love it. When I come here, I think, oh, it's my home. My heart goes down, and and I love to be here on my own, so I call it my Hermitage. My Hermitage, I'm a hermit. And I always start a fire. There is no one house who is the same as the other. All backstuga is different, I think. If you see this is Sofia, and this is Kalle. And they live here sometimes, but also on the bigger farm. But when their children goes to the farm, Kalle come back here and live here the last time in his life.
This was like a retirement home.
No, yes, we call it undantag. When the children take the bigger home, the old one built a smaller home and lives there. You always do like that.
Always
in Sweden. Yes.
Like a granny unit, we would say.
Yes, yes.
And these would be traditional type beds?
No, Anders have built them.
But the style would have been?
Yes, he tried to.
Narrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Anders is working all the time. So when we are here, I just want to sit, and Anders say, "Oh, can you come and drink coffee?" And then he, "Oh yes," and then he.
This way or this way?
It's a special house. It's rather thick walls and in the ground, but not so much as the other.
How were these done then? Kind of a dry stone, but there's cement.
Some type of clay they have, yeah,
Okay.
but not concrete.
So
It's clay.
So they were able to do it with local clay
Yes.
and a very modern roof.
Yes, so it could be a modern house if you have the solar panel here and so. So if you want, you can have it. But the very special with this house is that it's not only renovated, there was no house, it was only the stones left. They said it should go to the nature, and I can't sleep for 3 nights. And then I think, oh, can't I do anything for the house? I want to protect the house and so. And then they said, yes, you can have it. If you take care of it, you can have it. We can't take care of it. But I said, oh, we have to take care of it. And then they gave it to me, so I had to take care of it.
Now it's your house.
So I don't think so many have built the house on a ruin and then tried to get it old again. They take the wood from another old house and try to build it how it could have been in the other time, to show people nowadays how it could have been. And then Anders built a toilet. Here is for the firewood, and there is a toilet, and it separates the urine and the other thing. And we tried to build it in a so old way we can, with old windows I have collected for many years, and with the handmade glass and so. Mm-hmm. So Anders have made a big job with this.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And I like it.
So the kitchen would have just been
Here, yes.
This area was
Yeah.
just the kitchen. Okay. And this was the living room and bedroom and dining room and all, right? It's the one room.
Yes, yes.
So this one is more of the earth sheltered home, not an underground home.
This one is underground.
Yeah.
So the heat from the the ground is in the house.
And because this is stone walls, this probably was fairly insulated with the earth and the stone and thick walls.
When you have a fire every day, the stones collect the heat, yeah.
And a stove would have been a traditional thing?
No. We are modern people, you know. There was a stove even there, but all the heat go up.
It didn't heat.
So we put the thing here.
And the fireplace maybe, but...
But if I lived here all the winter time, I will have clay on the walls, so the wind will not come in. So.
Oh, there's moss here too.
Yes, it's a special type of moss. It's called house moss, so it's very long. Here was an old small house for the food. Can't have the food inside. It's only a hole on the other side, but we have made a small thing here in the roof. So when I sleep here, I have my milk and my water and so here.
So it's built into the
And
ground.
it's really cold in the ground.
Oh, really?
And no mice.
So just built in ahead. I mean, thought ahead, right? Like,
Yes.
how do you cook or boil water?
Here on that one, or I do it here. Put this on, and then it take only a few minutes, and then it's boiling, and then I can cook my coffee or my food.
This is actually a functional kitchen.
Yes. And here I found one, so you can have the water in here. I have not filled it up yet, but then I can wash my hands. So you can find simple ways, but nice ways even now. Shall we cook some more coffee, or is it enough?
Do you really consider yourself a hermit?
Yes, I have a lot of friends, and I can feel like you are passionate. Oh, someone is playing with me. And I have a lot of people who come to my house and so, but then I just had to be here by my own and my inner space. So I'm a hermit, I really a hermit, but I didn't know it before. And tent is not my kind of house. This is my kind of house. I don't want to be in a tent. And Anders have made the inner roof ceiling, and we make a stone floor. It was only
Earth?
earth, but now it's more modern. Now it's stone. And in the elder time, the animals sleep indoors with the people. So the cows and the goats, and so they live inside the house to heat each other up. And here is especially oven for baking bread. So you make a fire in there and then you bake the bread. But it's almost like in the north of Sweden. It's only thin bread. So it don't need to be very warm, but you bake it in the stove. And we live in a perfect world. You can be a hermit and then you can check your phone if someone have called you. So it's a perfect life. But I really think that people need this kind of spaces where they can sleep alone and just be for some nights alone and then go back.
Ready for rent.
Do you book the cottage?
Yes, it's possible now.
It's always open, and we want people to come here and to sleep and to feel how it is to sleep even in that kind of house. So we want to share it.
You want it to be for sort of preservation and education and
Yes. And meditation and contemplation about what kind of life we are living. So we are not bound to have it totally as it in 17s or something. We just have it so old we can and so nice. I think it should be very nice. I will have it very simple. So when you live here, you just lose your thoughts. can connect with your heart and the fire and the light outside. And the first year we have to work a lot here. It was a lot of work. Now when I come here, I can just sit. And then I sit for 2 hours and then I can work again. And I'm not a romantic person in that way. And I don't think everybody wants it. But when I talk with people and I share the photos and so that, I can see in their eyes that they're really longing. So I think in the future we perhaps just want to sit and have a fireplace and just talk. I think it's a house for the future.
Interesting, because it's really so rooted in the past.
Perhaps because of that.
So maybe there was something there in all those years of tradition that made sense.
Yes, but I don't think that we all can grow their own food and everything. I have a bigger hope for the future. I can't really see it, but I think there will be a simpler life. Because if you should grow your own food, it's not a simple life.
Did you milk cows as a child?
Of course, I can do it, but not this.
Do you grow much of your own food then, or do you want to?
In the beginning, I tried to do it. But then when the children grow up, I'm so tired of that. So there must be other ways.
Was this a home that was just redone? I mean, how much of this is...
From the beginning, it was that room and the veranda, and it was still here somewhere, a small extension here. So it was three rooms only before.
I guess this would have been the cook stove, right?
Yes, it works well. And sometimes it's possible to cook. You make a fire inside there. When it has burned out, you take away that tin and you take down the glowing pieces of coal down in the pit where it continues to work. Yes, and you then put it back and then you put the bread cakes in. This is probably a real cannonball, but these two are maybe to make mustard. It's an old custom in Sweden to make your own mustard Christmas.
The table looks also quite...
I have it in my childhood.
This was your childhood family
with
all 7 kids. You got to sit around?
Yes, but this was for the room where we have guests.
And this would be another piece of wood from the forest?
Yeah,
Yes.
and Anders is making everything is beautiful.
That's a part of the birch that was left over when I made the benches.
And it's so nice that you can see and feel the tree.
Do you make your own bread? It smells like sourdough.
Yes. If I not have it, I feel lonely. So hope you can eat something of this.
It looks beautiful. Thank you. How old is your sourdough starter? Do you have a starter in the refrigerator for your sourdough?
Yes. In some part of my life, I have a very old one, and now I have dried it. This is not so old, but it's very good.
It's okay to be dry. I'm used to wet.
You can have it dried. It's a lot of flavor in it, so you not have to bake every day or every week. You can share it, and you have to dry it first, and then you can have it. And you can have it in your fridge too, but it's good if you have it dried, so you can have it in a pocket if you had to move to China or something.
Then I think the customs will be very interested in what strange thing this is.
Yes.
That's a very slow warming fireplace, so it's very efficient. And if you have had a fire in it, it's some heat left after 26 hours or so. So it's very slow. It's storing the heat.
It's not. Is it clay?
Yes, it's clay in
is
between
on
here.
tiles.
For the tiles, but clay in between. So when you put it down, you kind of have a thread or something to divide them, or you wet away the clay and you build up with the same clay again. So that's an old but very efficient fireplace. It doesn't get warm fast, but it's a very even warmth.
So this is another type of stove? Traditional one as well?
Yes, there was very many of that type for some decades.
So I thought I should have 13 children. So I need a lot of rooms and a lot of friends. This is my parents in the middle.
And they all lived in this area.
Yes, I have not come so long in this life.
Here's one backstuga above the ground, still using the warmth from the soil. Here's also one in a slope. It was rather common. It was easier to get the water away from the cabin.
So a backstuga is underground, or that other one wasn't
It
underground?
really means that you're broke. You're broke, so you have to live in a house that you don't own, or that you don't own the ground at least. Maybe you build a house, but the ground isn't owned. So
Really?
if they want to get rid of you, they can.
It was also if you have a lot of children, not every children can stay on the same place. So then they have a backstuga.
Oh, so I thought backstuga meant underground.
Most Swedes think so too.
Okay.
That it was, or you put it in a slope. Stå på bar backe means that you stand on a bare ground. That's when you're broke. Bare ground is you are given a small area temporarily, which is not useful for growing things. So you probably have to work for the neighbors.
Some said that there was 55,000 backstuga in Småland. So it was very many. And perhaps you was poor in some years and then you can come up a bit. So you leave the backstuga and then try to find another place.
Was this an old?
Yes, it's an old house too. And now I have it as my writing house.
So when do you think this was built?
Same time, 1883 as the house, I think.
But you must have changed it, that big window.
Yes, yeah, yes, of course. I have changed it quite a lot, but something is as it was before.
The roof is...
It's very beautiful. So in some way I want it in that way, but perhaps we change it.
So this would have been built not to live in. I mean, there's no insulate. I mean, not even, probably would have been a shed.
There's a cellar under
Yes.
here
So it
for
was
food.
built for food. Yes, but here lived a man, Stine Sven.
He lived in here.
Yes, in the early 1900. He had only a small room here. But no stove, no fire, no electricity, nothing.
We don't think it was insulated even. Or?
No, I don't think. And he slept under a wolf skin, and it was his way to stay alive in the winter.
So he would have been probably quite a bit poorer than most of the population to live in.
And his hand was, he cannot use his hands properly. And
So does this open?
yes, it's for only for the potatoes and so. So I think everyone in Sweden have a small house like this.
Storage. Oh, wow, you see rock?
It's rock walls.
That's work. It is a nice door.
Yes. And some guests want to sleep here, and it's okay. They can do it
People sleep. Where do people sleep?
there or on the floor. And I sleep here too.
So you write in here.
Yes, and just tell stories.
It's interesting you put the window
Yes.
low.
Yes, I want to see the nature. I want to sit in the nature. And you can see there is hole all over. So when I sleep here, it's never quite dark.
You see the leaves behind you, and you really do let nature just come right inside.
Yes. And I can hear the birds singing from 4 o'clock in the morning and so I love it. So nature is my best inspiration for everything.
Wow. The home is built right on the boulder. The boulders are our foundation.
Yes. This is the oldest part of the barn. And when we work with this room, we found a deep well. One day I saw 2 stones there and I think, oh, perhaps there is something down there. And then we dig more and then we see that there was a well, but it was dark brown water and a lot of garbage in it and stones and many things.
So this would have been quite old.
Yes, it's very old.
Yeah.
This is very big stones, and they first cut the stones and then built it up. I am so impressed of what you can do with stones and how you can find your way of living and building. And a friend of mine, I think, oh, we had to do something with this wall, but he said, oh, it's most beautiful if you put frames on it so you can see the wounds. So take care of the house and the stones. It's to honor the people who lived here and worked here. And Anders make from our own trees very nice furniture. And here he make for the electricity.
This is really the horse's manger that was here where he ate. So this is made by the horse's nose when he... so the seeds were lying there and he had to work to get it up.
And this was wood from your property.
Yes.
Did you find these that had fallen and think these would make good pieces of furniture, or did you just find a log? Or
I cut them down and I have a chainsaw with an extension so you can make
boards?
yes, board. So here you can see the marks from the chainsaw. I haven't made this so
Like sanded
perfect,
or anything,
no.
right? I like it that way, though. I mean, that's the beauty of it.
And here
All these.
also this looks even better from the chainsaw. The structure. It was trees that was too close to the houses. I had to take them down.
And it's so strange when Anders put this house on Facebook. They said, oh, it's AI, it's not real. And Anders said, yes, I built it myself, I renovated it. No, it's AI. So I think in the future, perhaps you need to go into the house to really see, oh, it's a house, it's not AI. It's a real thing.
We will have to take down some trees again so they don't fall on the cabin. Because it would be a pity if it would crash the cabin.
Yeah.
So many people who appreciate this visit so much.
You would let people come onto the land.
Yes.
How thick is the moss here? It's
In the earlier days they had to take the bark from birches to protect the wood from the damp. But it was hard to keep it so tight. Often we think that in the summer that's when it's beautiful, but the moss is fantastic in November when it's rather dark and gloomy. But the moss, when you walk out to this forest, it's really green. It's very beautiful. So you have to open up to the beauty that actually is there, even if it's not the one you think of first.
But I think they are modern houses. Now we have earth houses. And if you want to live a sustainable life, many look at this kind of house and think, oh yes, it's quite good. It's the real, in the summer, it's so nice to be here. It's not too warm. So I think we have a lot to learn how they lived, and you don't need so much space. But it's another life, totally another life. I think someone have lived also in all the caves here.
Oh, really?
Because if you not have a home, perhaps you was an outcast in some way, and then you had to hide in the caves. So here is many places you can stay in.
Do you think that this area had a lot of people who were perhaps outcast? Or?
Yes, I think so. There have always been poor people who search for another type of living, and so they use what they found in the ground. And yeah, I think they was very creative.
Do you think someone lived in that?
Oh yes, They have fire here. It's a perfect place to live. You just built some wall here with wood from the forest. So, and the stone, they collect heat in the day from the sun. So it's not so cold in the winter time too. But you will freeze a lot.
Did you explore these forests growing up?
Yes, it's have been always my forest, even if I not own it on the paper, because the forest in Sweden, we have it together, and you are always allowed to go in all forests. So I go this small path very often.
This was your commute.
Yes. And so many have used it in so many hundreds of years, I think. So it's an honor to walk on it today. And even if it says on the paper that land is my land, I think the forest, no one can own it. It's the nature who own it. It's we all together who own it. So someone says, oh, it's so, you had to take down all trees and make something from it. But the fallen tree is for the birds and for all other creatures who lives here. And for the moss and for everything.
What's the word for the right to roam the lands? There's a right here in Sweden, right to roam.
Allemansrätten, all people's right to walk freely and pick berries. Camp one night, but not more. Then you have to move.
But you are allowed one night.
Yes, as long as it's not disturbing a house owner, not on house grounds, but in the forests and fields. After some years, Marianna got the idea of making this forest cathedral. Biologically, this is completely uninteresting. It's a plantation of spruces, and we used to walk from the cabin, and we took this way down to the lake, and it was much smaller spruces then. But we thought if it's from the beginning it looked bad, we began to see when we have taken away some of the trees, there was a special light in this area.
And the story of this ground you can start very early because it had been a lake. We have found out now later. And when they have no food to eat, they sank the water. So the water will be lower so that you can grow all over here. And then we don't grow nowadays. So the trees come again. And it was a very special forest. But I was here working. And then I saw the sunlight came through the trees. And I think, oh, it's the forest cathedral. So then I start to make a small path through the forest. And I was here with the children, and we were playing, and I was working, and they think I was playing, and I am playing the whole time.
So we're playing here. This is our playground. And I call it the power field. It's magic.
I never hope I will grow up. I always think I will play in the forest. And many people come here and oh, what's happened with me? It's a special place, and they have a lot of feelings, and some are scared, so they don't used to be in silence, to be alone in the forest and so. But I think it's very healthy to be by your own in the forest. You can play and you can make your own ceremonies in many ways.
It's magic.
The builders of the big cathedrals in Europe, they have nature. But some people say, oh, where is it? And I say, here and there and there, and where you found it. And it's very good to just do the work here. So if I'm very sad someday or something have happened, I go just down here and be with the forest or do some work. And then I come back and I'm so refreshed and yes, feel so good. We are human beings, but we're not always had to do something. We are just beings. This is the best carpet you can walk on. And you can grow it yourself on your floor. Some days when I have a lot of work to do, I take my shoes off. So I had to go slowly. And you see much more in the nature because they can't hear you. So you can really go quiet and see more creatures. A newborn dragonfly. It have not learned how to fly yet. The wings are not quite dried. They live down here in the mud and then one day they climb up here and then the sun will transform them and the wings will come out. It's a long process and I think it's the same process with us humans too. We have to learn to live in another way. We are much more than just earthly humans.
Natural?
Oh, did you see? We call them trana.
Is this a natural pond or something that was man-made?
No, it's natural.
It's natural.
Yes, and it had been much, much bigger. But they sank the water so they can grow instead and take the grass to the animals.
And you see the stones now coming out of the water too. They're everywhere. Trolls. Is your property on any of this?
Yes, but if you have a bridge like this in Sweden, everyone is allowed to go on it because I don't own the land out in the sea. So we share it with everybody and many come here. And this place is always open, both day and night, all seasons. The nature, I mean, the nature is always here. And it's not a big land, but every centimeter is lovely too.
It's beautiful out here. So many different types of cathedrals you have on your property, right? This is its own.
Yes, there's many areas.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't show you all of them.
this is incredible that you could buy something like this.
I was 17 when I decided to stay here. I always want to be in the nature because we grow up very fundamentalistic in the Christian church and many things you are not allowed to do it, but God have created a nature so we can be so much we want in the nature. So we can always be in the nature.
And how much of this was planted? These are all so young.
This is planted themselves, but we take away some of them and let some of them stay. Because this is, I think it's nice to have many of these björk, we call them.
Are you aware of the Japanese term forest bathing, Shinrin-yoku? Do you relate to that?
Yes, of course, but I don't call it in that way. But
Now, what do you call it?
it's some type of cleaning, but I bath is water for me. This is air and this is silence and this is greenness and everything. So I just be in it and try to be a part of it. So I can't say that I am a human and this is nature.
Yeah.
I am nature. So I really try to sleep outside, not often, but many nights I have sleep outside to feel that I am a part of the nature. But perhaps we come around as a human, how we want to live, and we search for the nature again. And because of that, I will have it open so many people can come here.
So you grew up on a farm then?
So we grow our own food, and we have cows and a pig, and grow potatoes and everything, almost everything.
All your own?
Almost everything.
No wheat?
Rye.
Grew rye?
Yeah. So I have grown up as it was in 1800. So sometimes I feel I have more common with old people than the people in my age.
People now are trying to be self-sufficient.
Yes. So if you stay old, you will always be modern.